Hi everyone. Today we're going to be talking about 7 sides of protein. Protein is actually very important after your exercise. In our last class, we spoke about protein as there being essential and non-essential proteins. Essential proteins are proteins that your body cannot make, but it needs. Non-essential proteins are proteins that your body also needs, but can make. And we spoke about high biological value proteins. We spoke about those being the animal based and some plant based, and we spoke about the low biological value proteins, which is mostly plant based protein. So today we're going to speak about the 7 sides of various proteins. So we're talking beans, we're talking dairy, we're talking meat, poultry, and we're talking yogurt and cheese as well. So what is the 7 sides of your milk? Let's classify your milk, yogurt and cheese in one class. If you are going for weight loss, I would say choose reduced fat or low fat varieties. For yogurt, the magic word is Greek yogurt, but that's if you are doing weight loss. Now, I'm not saying that this is, how do I put it, healthier. You could say healthier in that sense than the usual yogurt varieties. But if you're trying to gain weight, right, you need to eat something that has more calories, because remember, we're trying to be in excess calorie, not in a calorie deficit. But if you're trying to lose weight, you are trying to be in a calorie deficit. Therefore, you need to eat low fat or reduced fat. Now, ideally, you're supposed to have 3 servings a day. A serving of milk is 200 ml, and here our ml comes in handy. I'm going to see cup wise how many it is. Let's see it together, guys. Nope, not quite 200. Yep, now it's 200. So this is 200 ml. I'm going to tell you how many cup it is. It's 3/4 cup actually. So 3/4 cup, 200 ml of milk makes a glass. So less than 1 cup of milk, right? Right, but 1 glass of milk, 200 ml. That is 1 serving. So typically you're supposed to have, some people like milk, so they have milk morning, afternoon, night. There's nothing wrong with that once you're having your 200 ml. I would also say that you should do, if you're trying to be in a calorie deficit, I'm going to say take milk once, if you must have milk, of course. And then we're talking about a serving of yogurt is 1 small pot, 125 gram. I unfortunately do not have that here, but typically yogurts are like this size, not as wide as this, but yes, that size. So, or 1 bottle, so you can have 200 ml of a yogurt drink as well. Remember, Greek yogurts, they're usually expensive, so I say go for the low fat. And then when you're having your yogurt, try to mix some chia seeds. So a teaspoon of chia seeds. You can mix some flax seed in it. So you're trying to give it more fiber. I don't just want you to have the yogurt alone, because it's just yogurt. So you mix it with, and then you want to sweeten your yogurt, you go for some fruits. Cut up some apples in it, cut up some bananas in it, and you're good to go every single time. Cut up some pineapples. If you are a fan of mango yogurt, you could cut up some mangoes, And then we talk about cheese. Your cheese serving is 2 thumbs width. Here, this is it. The whole width. Length, width. Length, width. So 2 thumbs width of your cheese, whether cheddar cheese, whatever cheese you want to use. That's your cheese 7. Your beans or peas or lentils, so your beans, peas and lentils 7, you're talking about 6 dessert spoons. So this is not a dessert spoon. Nope. A dessert spoon is your teaspoon. So the spoon that is like, I think it's like this, smaller. Yep, that's small. So you see people use it for cake, use it for ice cream. You have heaped so guys, this is a dessert spoon, and we're talking about, so when I say heaped, we're talking practicals. I believe in practicals very much. I mean, I didn't learn with practicals, but I believe in practicals. Heaped spoon. So this is one heaped spoon. I don't think it's even heaped enough, you know. So you could probably heap it some more if you are a beans fan. If you are like me now, who eats beans because I know it's good for my immune system. That's heaped enough for me. So yes, 3/4 cup or 6 heaps of that spoon. So we're talking, that's the 7 size for beans, peas and your lentils. Now let's talk about eggs. A lot of people like eggs, while a lot of people hate eggs. Those days, right, when I was a child, I like eggs, but my mommy used to tell me, don't eat too much eggs, or I can't remember what she said will happen, but I grew up with this mentality that too much of eggs wasn't so good. But you know, the 7 size of eggs is actually 2 eggs. So in a day you can eat 2 eggs, which means in a week you could eat how many eggs? 14 eggs. I will not advise you to do that. Because we are trying to be in a calorie deficit, especially if we're trying to lose weight. If you are on the other side of the scale where you're trying to gain weight, because remember, we're on the lose weight, gain weight. So if you're on that side of the scale where you're trying to gain weight, we're talking about doing more than, you can do your 14 eggs a week. I have no problem with that at all. So fish, 1 serving of fish is 100-gram cooked fish. Who remembers how much red meat you are supposed to eat in a week? We said less than 500 gram, right? So if you can have less than 500 gram of red meat, that means you could have more fish for you. And actually, if you cook your fish really well, fish tastes great every single time. It doesn't matter if you're making it into a soup, it doesn't matter if you're frying it. We're going to talk about oils, of course, later on. It doesn't matter if you are steaming it, it doesn't matter if you are going to marinate it and grill it, you know, different types of fish. And of course, at the end of this class, or even before the end of this class, you're going to tell me how many ways in which you make your fish. Also, we have meat and poultry, which you are supposed to eat 2 servings a day, and a serving of meat and poultry is 50 to 75 grams of cooked lean meat. Everybody, this is your palm. Do your palm like this. We're talking about half of your palm, any half you want, either this half or that half. That is your serving for poultry. And for meat, so that size of chicken and that size of beef, that size of goat meat, that's what we're talking. That size of pork, that is your 7 size. So that's it for protein. I don't know if I missed anything. Nope, I don't think I did. We spoke about milk, yogurt, cheese, that's our dairy. We spoke about beans, peas and lentils, and we spoke about meat, poultry, fish, eggs, beans. We didn't speak about your nuts though. So your nuts is typically 1 serving is 40 grams of nuts or seeds. which most people say is a handful. I cannot eat a handful of peanuts. Therefore, if I want to lose weight, I do not eat peanuts at all. Okay, this video is getting longer than I actually intended for it to be. Therefore, I am going to stop here and we'll continue in the next video. So see you guys. I hope you are learning something. Don't forget to ask your questions in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, and of course don't forget to send your feedbacks. Don't forget to send in your pictures when you make your delicious meals, of course. All right, see you next class.